Okay. So, this time, not the fighter, not the black belt. We're not going into white mage or thief territory yet. But probably, possibly tied with the black belt for difficulty is the red mage. So we will give that one a try. And, oops, no. Actually switch his class, so we'll go Red Mage. I usually don't like playing as Red Mages in this game in most parties because they're pretty good early on, but by the end of the game they're too jack of all trades for my taste. They don't hit terribly hard, they don't have enough defense. They've got some spells, but not the ones I really want, like Cure 4 and Nuke and Raise, or Life. So, you know, I generally don't end up taking them along, basically. We will call this guy... This is a bit of an in-joke, but we're calling this guy the Bard. If you're familiar with D&D Bard classes, they tend to be also jack-of-all-trades that can use magic and swords and some armor and also sing. So, it's done. And then we'll fill the rest up with no-name dead mages. Oops. Sorry, fella. I have to do it. Alright, I believe... So, of all the classes, I'm probably least familiar with what the Red Mage can equip. So forgive me if occasionally I waste money buying something they can't use. I'm pretty sure for now it's the same as a fighter, though. Can you be a dead mage? Sorry, I guess someone's... You gotta be quicker on the draw for that. I've already named them by the time I saw your message. I can do that next run. Alright, so like I said, I'm pretty sure red mages can use chainmail, but I could be wrong. So we'll see if they can equip it or not. I do not have my old Final Fantasy 1 charts at my side of my desk, but yeah, we're good. So what this means is that early on, the red mage is probably easier than the black belt for the first 10 levels. It's definitely not identical to the fighter. They can't equip the same armor for sure, and they can't equip as good weapons either. For instance, no Excalibur on the Red Mage. But the Red Mage does get some exit-type spells, which means we can get the Mazimune, exits the final dungeon, and then redo it with the best weapon in the game, at least. I think their best non-Mazimune weapon is the Sun Sword, for instance. And they can wear a lot of armor, but not all of it. Anyway, the other thing, of course, is we can spend money on magic. So I will almost always pick up Cure, because it's a way of saving gold early on, and the Red Mage is going to be a lot more expensive than the Fighter, and definitely more expensive than the Black Belt. In case you're unfamiliar with the NES version of this game, you can only pick 3 spells per level, and you kind of have charges. Again, kind of like D&D, this is the first level magic. Unfortunately, if you're Red Mage, you have to split those between white and black. Oh, they'll go down soon, Shinga. Just give them a minute. So we have the choice of Fire, Lock, Sleep, and Lightning for black magic, and white magic is Cure, Harm, Fog, and Ruse. Harm does relatively good damage to an entire enemy group, but only if they are undead. Fog raises the target party member's defense by a little bit, and Ruse raises the caster's evasion by a lot. Unfortunately, this might, as much as the Ruse spell is often the best spell of the white magic for the first tier, Red Mages can't learn it because stupid Red Mages. So, I'll probably pick Cure, either Fire or Lightning, depending on how I feel. And maybe Sleep, actually. There's a couple times when Sleep is nice. Sleep affects all enemy units. Well, it tries to cast it on all enemy all enemy. No, Ruse works for sure, Brian. 100%. Ruse is awesome. Same as the Defense Sword. Fog might not do anything, though. I never really tried out. Fire and Lightning are about the same, but some enemies are weak to Fire, some are Lightning. Lock, I don't think does anything. I think the manual says that it raises your attack rate against... Like, you cast this on an enemy, and I think it's supposed to lower their evasion, but I wouldn't count on it. Sleep, though, is actually not bad. But I'm not going to buy either right now, because Cure Magic is all we're going to use for a little bit. So, let's go kill off some meat bags here. And hello, War Raider. I'll save it just in case we accidentally die. I don't think it'll happen. Also, I should ramp the speed up a little bit here. We won't be able to run at quite as fast of a speed with the Red Mage as we were doing with the Black Belt and the Fighter, because I need to be able to select menus for spell casting purposes, unlike the Fighters who just attack the top enemy basically every time. So there'll be a few situations where I can't play at this speed, and I mean you can see just trying to select the item command is a little bit difficult when it's going this fast. The reason I'm doing it like this specifically, I could just kill this group and wait until my Black Mages all died by attacking with my Bard, but I don't want any Black Mages to have any experience at all. 0 XP is the rule. So they're not allowed to survive a single victory, basically. And if by some chance we are about to win this fight, before they all die, we will run away. That's just a personal extra rule for when I'm playing solo runs. I think it's most... Like, a solo run means the most when all other 3 characters are dead and level 1. So if you can manage to see the damage hits for Bard, he is doing sort of 10 to 20 damage, kind of the same as the Fighter. So that's pretty normal. And now, thanks to the fact that we have a little bit of white magic, we don't have to go back to town to in-up every single fight like we did with the Black Belt, which speeds things up a little bit. Black Mage is, well, probably next after this one. Don't worry, the Black Mage isn't that hard. I'd rank the Black Mage harder than the Red Mage or Black Belt, but it's not much worse. It's not sleep, it's slep, pretty much. Okay, the next time we go do a couple battles, I'll probably go buy a couple spells, at least fire. Or lightning. It depends, like, fire is good against creep and most undead. Lightning is good against most water enemies. This is our first run where we actually get to talk about magic a little bit, which is kind of exciting. Being able to heal up on the field, though, is super nice. So I think with the Fighter, we were able to kill Garland at level 3. And I think the Black Belt required level 4, or maybe even 5. The Red Mage might be able to do it at 3, the same way the Fighter did. I'll give it a try, I guess, if I've got the money for it. Which I might have the money for. What does using the rapier do? Oh, nothing. Sorry, I missed that one. The rapier as a battle item, it just wastes his turn. That was specifically so that I wouldn't accidentally kill the entire group beforehand. No, unfortunately, the Red Mage cannot nuke it. He does not learn any level 8 spells, and I think only like one level 7 spell. I'm not even 100% sure which one it is. So of the 3, or of the 4, we're going to go Fire, and I think, like I said, I'm going to try Slep, because Slep is kind of cool. You could possibly make an argument for Harm, but I'm not a huge fan of... like, it only works against undead. And Fire also works good against the undead, so usually just go for Fire. But the fact is you get a level 1 spell that can hit all enemies is pretty cool. So I actually need a little bit more money. I need 2 tents, so I can save before the... No, I only need 1 tent. I only need 1 tent. Alright. Let's give this a try. I don't know... I don't know what the odds are. But we'll give it a shot. The Red Mage will not gain as much HP on average as the Fighter or the Black Belt were. At least he gets more armor, so his absorb rate will be considerably better. That kind of makes up, compared to the Black Belt at least, for his lousy HP. So tent it up. And let's see if we can do this. So I'm gonna almost expect that Fire will do slightly more damage than our physical hit. 30 damage compared to... Well, I couldn't even see that. It's too fast. 26 damage. Yeah, we're just going to try to DPS him down here. 24, come on. It's going to be close. We got him. Level 3. That's mark of the champion right there. And then we're killed by a creep. Okay, good, good. True Bardling champion picks up his loot and retires. 1 for 1, never try again. Alright, so good job everybody. I actually didn't think we were going to get that on our first shot. I think we'll get 1 more level up and then we'll try to make the walk to Provoca. But I'll trigger this cutscene, so, you know, there you go. Programmed by Nasir and Square. The Square A-Team, in fact. Music by Nobuo, our friend, who you might be hearing in the background if you can hear it. What I'm mostly hoping for is that we can get a level up and gain like 20 or 30 HP. Because I feel like 56 total isn't much. It's going to be much worse when we play as the White Mage or the Thief. No HP and no armor. Well, I guess the White Mage can heal at least. The Thief doesn't even get that, so... No armor, no HP, no heals. As far as numbers go, if you cast Cure level 1, it will generally heal between 20 and 30 HP. It's another random roll. I can't remember the exact range, but it's about that. It's kind of the same as a heal potion, actually. Except a heal potion, if you use it in the inventory, like if you use it from the menu, the main menu, it will always heal 30 exactly, whereas if you use it in battle, it's sort of between 20 and 30. I think that was supposed to be based on your vitality, but they never got around to coding that. Alright. Forge castings. A fair bit of money. I don't really want to spend it. Okay, we're not going to spend it. Am I going to spend it? No. We're actually okay for fighting the pirates right now, so I'm going to spend it on a couple tents. Unfortunately, tents don't restore your MP, so... Until we get houses, you know, you've only got as many castings in a run as you've got. That's probably too tough, gotta run. It's probably beatable, but a waste of time. I think we can do it. 20 damage. 20 damage. 10 damage. We're halfway there. 60 damage. Come on, Bard. That's 75. 87. 95. Come on, one more hit. Yeah, got him. Awesome. So I think the Bard might also have the lowest level kill on a Ogre, which is pretty awesome. And we made it to Provoca on our first run. The Bard is blessed. Yeah, Ogres show up anywhere across the bridge between Corneria and Provoca. As soon as you can fight iguanas and the groups of 4 mad ponies, you can also fight the Ogres. In fact, you can fight an Ogre and a Creep at the same time, which is pretty hard to win at this point. We're gonna give this a shot, and we're gonna show off that sleep spell I was talking about. So, 9 pirates. If you're playing as a black mage, this is basically the only way you're gonna win. You need to keep them mostly all asleep. Now, we actually have enough armor that this isn't a big deal, because we're only going to take 1 or 2 damage per hit. But we put about half of them to sleep, and if I was paying attention, I would now be specifically targeting the ones that are awake and ignoring the ones that are asleep, but I don't really care. I'm not sure if it really saves us a whole lot as the Red Mage. But I know when you're playing as a pure black mage, it's actually really helpful. But, I mean, like I said, if you're playing someone with chain armor, this is not hard. Fighter or Red Mage, they can't hurt you, basically. There you go. I mean, they actually almost got me down to, like, low health, but I could have just cured up at any point, so. Alright, so we've got 800 bucks. Just like the fighter, my priority is to get his weapon upgraded to try to get him to 2 hits per round. Unlike the fighter, he won't get as much hit percent up per level up, but we'll get there eventually. So, 15 damage, 18 hit, to 21 damage, 23 hit. We're probably still 4-ish levels away from, 4 or 5 levels, probably more like 5 levels away from a double hit, which sucks. That's why, one of the reasons why the fighter is much stronger. Now, of the magic you can get here, level 2 magic, ice is possibly the only one I'm worried about. Not really very many, or possibly no monster is weak against ice, that I can think of anyway, but it does a higher base damage than fire or lightning. Temper would increase your attack power, maybe. Dark would lower enemies' accuracy, except it doesn't do anything. And slow lowers their hit percent, and this does actually work. So if an enemy normally gets like 4 times hit rate, this will change it to like 2 times or something. It does work, but it's not very good. We'll probably buy ice eventually. Level 2 magic is actually kind of a letdown. Invis raises anyone's, like whoever you target's, evasion, but it's not as good as Ruse. Anti-lightning takes half damage from lightning attacks. We'll probably pick that up, maybe. It depends. Once we get a ribbon, it doesn't really matter. Mute is actually pretty awesome, so assuming he can learn it, we'll pick that. And Lamp cures Darkness, but Darkness doesn't do anything, so why would you ever buy that? There's also a little bit of armor we can buy at this town. I think we can use the shield. I know you can use the gloves for sure, and the shield is cheap enough that we can find out. I could have equipped this. Oh, we can't use the shield. Ah, Red Mage doesn't get to use shields. I guess his left hand is for his magic tome or something. Red Mage loves lamp. Alright. Time for ocean voyage. We'll probably die. This is a pretty tough fight at our current strength. They don't do much damage. My history with Sahags is you generally miss. When you only hit once, they don't have a ton of HP, but I think it's like 20, 25. But you can see, like, we've missed, like, more times than we've hit them, I think. Which is pretty brutal. Got ourselves a level up, though. He needs his left hand for other things. Yeah, that's about right. One thing I know for sure is we can use the silver sword as the red mage, so that's something we want to save up for. I'm not 100% sure, but I have a feeling we cannot equip the iron armor. We almost certainly can't equip the iron shield, but we can definitely equip the cap. And we could do the copper bracelet, but that's not as powerful as the chain armor, unfortunately. So that brings us up to 17 absorb, which isn't terrible. Hey, this is a shopping theme. Everyone hang out in the shop for a bit. So this is where stuff starts getting really expensive if you want to use magic. Fire 2 is great. It hits the entire enemy party for a good amount of damage. Lightning 2 is great. It does the same thing except different element. Hold is paralyze and it sucks. And Lock 2 is just like Lock 1 in the fact that I'm never ever going to use it. Cure 2 is very good as well. Heals yourself a lot. Harm 2 does more damage against undead to the entire group. Anti-fire is, as you might expect, anti-fire. And heal heals your entire party about as much as a level 1 cure, rather than a cure 2. We don't have a big party, so we're not getting that. I'm probably not going to get any of those. We'll probably go cure 2, fire 2, lightning 2, almost certainly. And that will make grinding a lot easier, actually, once we have those. Over here, you can see level 4 magic, which is getting really expensive. There's almost no use for any of the white magic at this level. Pure, if you do the math, actually is a waste of money. You might as well just buy pure potions, because they're much, much cheaper and more efficient. Fear, you know, it might make the enemies run away. It might just do nothing. Anti-ice, anti-mute. Specifically, not a big deal. I don't know if there's any monster I remember ever casting silence or mute on me. So, yeah. There's that. There's a couple of really good level 4 black spells, though. Fast doubles the number of attacks you get, which is amazing, and this will make it... This is probably our standard boss strategy once we are high enough level to do it. We'll cast fast on ourselves and attack with whatever we've got for good damage. Ice 2 is also pretty powerful. Confuse, I guess, is probably better than a lot of the other elements because it makes enemies hit each other. But you actually get a staff that will cast this for free pretty easily, so it's not that big of a deal. And Sleep 2... Sleep 1 hits the entire enemy party. Sleep 2 just hits a single target, so it sucks. There. You've learned all about magic up to level 4. That's half the spells in the game, and we're at the 3rd town. Alright, so... What am I doing? I guess we need some money, basically. I should really have a pure potion now, just in case we run into some poisonous thingamajiggers. And we might not actually be strong enough to grind here yet, because we're... Unless we had, like, the silver sword and some fire too, we probably would just get killed. Except for maybe this fight. Yeah, not too bad. Snakes aren't that scary, right? Yeah, so what I'm gonna do... We're gonna head back to Corneria, or Cornelia, whatever they call it in this game. They renamed some of the towns when they did the remake, so I forget exactly what they call them. Come on, just hit the Sahagin. I guess if you've got good armor, fighting Sahagins at the low levels isn't that bad. It's hard to hit them, so the fight drags on, but, you know, they don't do much. And you get pretty good experience and gold for it. Maybe one more fight. And then we'll go here. Ooh, this is going to be a little bit tough. What did I buy? Fire or lightning? Fire, of course. Lightning would do a little bit more on this guy. I don't think I'm going to be able to kill him. Come on, I'm pretty sure you're allowed to run from sharks. Or, well, so maybe we can, maybe we can't. Either way, we're dead. Good start. And then we're killed by Sahagins. Alright, I get it, game. Ocean journey is more dangerous than one might expect. If we had lightning 2, or even fire 2 for that matter, we could fight here. Well, we'd have a really nice way of winning some battles quick. Miss. Biggest problem, can't seem to hit these things. These guys look a lot like drowners, you know. Which came first, Final Fantasy 1 or the first Witcher book? Alright, wish me luck. We're going for Dwarven Gold. If I can make it into port here. That's going to be a little bit much. The creeps hit pretty hard. We can solo a ogre, but I don't think we can handle all of that. Dwarven Gold got. Again, this is a pretty tough fight for what we've got right now. Yeah. I already decided I couldn't kill a single shark by being killed by a shark. So what can we kill? We've got 1100 gold. Maybe what I should do is save up and get Bolt 2. Oh, I can't even cast it. I need another level up for that. Ah, shoot. Well, maybe if I had the ice spell, I could kill a shark. I believe the sharks give about 240 experience per kill. I'm just trying to think of what the best way to get through this next crunch would be. Keep fighting these same things. Well, we are playing as a spoony bard. It only makes sense that we run away all the time. Well, the ice spell, the reason I suggest the ice spell might work is it's a single target, fairly high damage spell. And I can cast it 3 times, which isn't bad. Alright, let's go fight something. See how it goes. We could kill single ogres, we can kill maybe a single shark. Okay, 20 damage is not what I was expecting. I think it can go up to 80, but... Come on, ice. 62, that's a little bit better. $62, yeah. So, like I said, the ice spell does pretty good damage. Unfortunately, that means I kind of have to, you know, kill a shark and then go heal up. This is the one where if you had Bolt 2, you would do really well. Actually, I'm not strong enough to just tank my way through this fight. So, let's try some ice, just to one-shot them, hopefully. This is going to be really close. Come on. Maybe if I heal for a turn? Maybe 2 turns of heal. It's worth it to win this fight, basically. Because we'll make like 600 bucks. Yeah, no problem. Alright, we had to use all our magic. But... if you didn't catch that, 300 experience and 600 bucks. So, a very large net profit. And that gets us a lot closer to Fire 2, Lightning 2, whatever I pick. I think... I mean, so far, the first 2 runs we leveled up fighting ogres and stuff. Maybe I will just level up in the ocean for a while. Because there's no reason you couldn't. It also gives me access to a cheaper inn. So I can go heal up for 30 gold rather than 100. So it's kind of sort of GP efficient like that.